Hey kids, Jacktastic 3D here, bringing you, I don't know, I guess a Call of Duty video. This is potentially going to be one of four, because four is all I got in a series I'm going to call the Poor Man's MOAB, meaning me, the poor man who just died. Showing you a typical average Joe getting MOABs. Unlike the majority of my friends I play with who are significantly better than myself and who can get MOABs without even trying, or mother of all babies. But they can walk in, and like Luke and any of those guys and Sonny Boy can walk in and just, you know, get MOABs doing whatever, you know, with any gun, pistols, knives, cooking utensils. And me, myself, I gotta try a different strategy. It's funny, actually. One of the guys I'm playing with here, xSynistr, who has a great channel as well, you should check him out, had told me this night or the night before, he's like, hey, I finally got a MOAB. And I was like, oh, okay. And of course my mentality, I'm like, well, if Sinister can get one, I can get one. So I went on a mission after this, the day before and then this day to get one. And actually, luckily, Sinister was in this lobby to see it, or he probably wouldn't have believed me. And to get one, you know, the hard thing for any true domination player getting a MOAB is that it's extremely hard to play the point and get a MOAB. And up to this point, it's the majority of what I would do. I play the point, even though if you ask Sinister in here or BJ's bad, they would argue that, but it's extremely hard. You're on the point, you're gonna get grenaded, you're gonna get people spawn flipping, and even more so if you play with guys who are very good, like my current clan Murder, where we tend to triple cap. So, but when I did this is far before this. I'm trying to think what prestige I was. It must have been 15th or 16th, and I wanted to see if I could get one. And you'll see, I mean, there's some stuff that's campy, some stuff that's not, but definitely towards the end I get a little campy once I hit my specialist streak and realize, okay, well, maybe I can make this happen on this one. But also back with these guys when I was playing, we weren't really triple capping. But one thing in particular that I find watching a lot of people's videos is the majority of people who get MOABs and they post up, they're playing ground war, playing solo, and that just leaves herself open to getting a lot of kills. When you're playing with a squad and you're playing 6-on-6, it's extremely hard to get kills, let alone 24 straight kills without assault and without dying. I think that's the key. It's definitely not hard to get 24 kills if you know how to play the game. It's much more harder to get them without dying when you're playing in this kind of format. Spawns are flipping, and you're sharing kills. The biggest thing is sharing kills. I think the majority of the times I had tried to go for one before this, that was the biggest thing. Is sometimes I couldn't find enough people to kill by the time the game ran out. Let alone, you know, seeing guys getting like 1 minute MOABs. You know, like it's going out of style, but they're playing on ground war. So I know some people will say, well, it's way easier when you're playing with a group of people. Sure, if you're playing with subs and you're playing with people who are purposely putting up UAVs for you and everything else. But if you're playing with a group of guys who maybe everybody's running specialist and or doing their own thing and can easily get 30-40 kills a game anyways, then no, it's significantly harder. Or at least I found it was. Now this one was the very first one I got. And at this point I'm starting to think, okay, well I'm getting close, and that guy didn't even see. Don't even know what's going on. Do you guys ever find it funny when you go back and watch these videos, and you guys who do commentary or not, and just the fact you're not playing so you can see everything? I get like that guy off to the left. Seriously? Oh, there he is. Okay. But between a combination of a little camping, watching the mini-map, and knowing what spawns you have, you can make it happen. Now, ironically, though, after I went on the streak of attempting to get MOABs for a week or so, I have not got one since. Period. Now, I haven't tried But I don't know if it's the level of skill in the game. There's a lot better people playing, you know, because it's towards the end of the cycle, and that's just the nature of the game. It was sort of the same in Black Ops, somewhat. But, and the group of guys I play with now who are just monsters. I'm running around like a chick with my head cut off, and I'm trying to get caps, and I'm trying to play non-campy to get the win. And it just doesn't lend itself to getting MOAB. As a matter of fact, I haven't been, even with the group of us guys who are really good, I haven't been in a game where somebody's got one in a bit. Because you're going to run into people who are really trying. Look at this guy. Totally missed him. So I think this is the part of the video where I'm like, well, I might just camp a bit to see if I can get one. So I'm getting close. So I figure, what the hell. And Dome, as small as it is, you think maybe this is really easy to get one, but in my opinion, like, I've considered, even lately, trying to get one the other day, it's significantly hard just because it spawns. Now, this works because we have them in a spawn trap. At this point, if we didn't have them in a spawn trap and had all flags, I could tell you exactly what would happen. To my left, currently, they would spawn out of Dome, and I'd be shot in the side. Now, and I'd have to be playing both coming out of docks or coming off to the left, and most likely I'd be playing them coming out of Dome. And that's just time spent, right? You play the game enough, you sort of figure out a good spawn rotation. But what I found on Dome is it gets really random. And they'll spawn one or two guys in one on a triple cap and a couple guys from another location. So C's flashing means our guys are on it, so they're probably not spawning there, and they're still coming out of B. So I'm going to stay here and see if I could just camp this one out. If I can get this riot shield guy. And there she is. And like any good MOAB streak, I die right after. But of course at this point I'm gloating that I got my first one. Like it's this huge sense of accomplishment. When in actuality, that's not the case. And he walked right through the bouncing Betty. That was funny too, because at this stage in the cycle, I was fascinated with bouncing Bettys for some reason. I should go back to that. Right now, it's still the fascination with C4s, but yeah. But yeah, watching how I'm playing this now, I wonder, you know, for you guys who haven't got one, who I play with, who are really good, hopefully this shows you that you could get one. Also, it's luck. There's so much luck involved with getting one and being in the right place at the right time. There's games where I'll go, God, yesterday was a perfect example. 58 and 16 one game, and then 18 and, I don't know, 17 the next, or maybe less than that, because of just what I call really poor spawn rotation, where the team you're playing with is really good. They're moving at the right, you know, they're moving with the pack of the spawns. They're getting the kills before I can, and I always end up where they spawn on top of me. And that has been the bane of my existence lately. Also, like shots like that right there, for guys not using marksman or haven't used marksman, you should give it a try. Now, currently, I'm running sit rep because I haven't ever, and I'm on my last prestige. So I figure I'd give it a go on this one. Prior to that, though, marksman is your friend, and specifically if you're going for a MOAB and you need to get tons of long distance kills, you want that. It's almost like an aim hack. Now here's another thing too. So I died to the strafe bomber. That's another way I watch these videos, and they just happen to play guys who aren't running support and don't get one. Because it seems like anytime I get on a good kill streak, I'm screwed. They come behind me, and all of a sudden I'm getting bombs dropped on my head. I don't know about that with you guys, but that seems to be the case a hell of a lot with me. But the other ones, the other MOABs I got, I believe are some other maps, so I'll post those up and see where we're at. And, yeah. Maybe try to get one more on this last prestige. I don't know. Not sure if I have enough time. But with that, kids, here's my first MOAB. I don't even think I'm top scorer in this, ironically enough. But shout out to BJ's Bad, Hubbard, Sinister. Love you guys.
That's fantastic! That's fantastic! That's fantastic!